My name is Tom Rote, and I'm with Classroom Aid. I'm going to be reviewing and going through the benefits of a product called Interactive Projector that I certainly could have utilized in my previous career as an IT consultant with General Electric, Pfizer, Cablevision, and other Fortune 500 companies. So with the evaluation of the interactive projector, really what we're going to be looking at is two things. Number one, the benefits of interactive projector itself, and number two, the comparison of interactive projector versus the main competition within the marketplace, which is smartboard. Looking at the classroom itself, really getting back to the interactive projector as a bridge between traditional teaching styles up at the front of the classroom, teaching to individuals within the classroom, with new media, being able to interact with the internet, tools on the laptop, and be able to do that at the front of the classroom, interacting with the whiteboard itself. There are two main advantages when we evaluate interactive projector versus its main competition, smartboard. The first is cost. You can see the advertised price, which certainly will have some differences as you look at larger school districts that have the capability to purchase multiple. You can see the cost of interactive projector is half the cost of smartboard. Secondly, you can see from a flexibility standpoint, interactive projector is much more flexible than smartboard. To give you an example and to show you visually, if we take a look at the interactive projector, we talked about the actual interactive projector, the wand, and the writing utensil. In terms of as we go through to the actual interactive whiteboard, the big difference is there's a fixed whiteboard on interactive whiteboard that we do not need over in the interactive projector. Essentially, this fixed piece requires the projector as well as the whiteboard to be purchased together and installed together and utilized, whereas the interactive projector is much more flexible, much more portable to be able to utilize the technology itself. Very similar functional use, but there's no doubt that the interactive projector has a significant less cost and a significant advantage in terms of flexibility. Showing the flexibility, we've changed from a hard surface to an actual soft surface, a screen, showing the same functionality, being able to visualize the computer that you're projecting from, and also showing the same functionality with the wand, being able to jump through to various applications and utilize text mode versus mouse mode directly on a soft surface versus a hard surface like a wall. One of the huge advantages to interactive projector that smartboard does not have is size. In this case, we've more than doubled the size of what we were looking at previously, but we have the same exact functionality as before. We can go through and actually highlight. You can obviously see a much larger viewing. We can go ahead and write. And similar to before, we do have the capability to utilize our mouse functions to be able to jump through to various applications that we want to utilize within interactive projector. Next, we're going to go through an actual functional demonstration of how to utilize interactive projector. After setting up the interactive projector with your laptop, really the next step is setting up your environment. First thing to note is what you have. First of all, you have a wand here. You can see there's a button here. This is actually your left button in terms of a computer standpoint that you would utilize for selections and also for writing within the application. You also have a pen. The pen actually has an on-off switch, and you can tell when it's on. If you click, you can see there's a red button here, and this actually allows you to write directly on the screen or whatever surface that you're utilizing. The very first thing that you have to do is go through and actually calibrate the system. After you set up the interactive projector, there is an option here for light pen system on. We select that and select calibration. Basically go through and select, you can see there's a green box here, and I'm going to use the actual wand to go through and set the system up. I only have to do this once for each installation of utilizing the interactive projector. I just go around. There's 13. Once I've done that, I have the capability of utilizing the full application. First, we're going to go ahead and show that you do have the capability to go through and utilize Windows Explorer, as well as opening any documents. You can truly utilize your computer as well as any files and any information. Next, we're at Wikipedia. You can see here, obviously accessing online, we have the capability to modify from a viewing perspective. You can see we've gone ahead and highlighted something that's important. We can go ahead and use the text tool to write in text within. You can change the width of text as well as the color, in this case going from red to blue in writing. You also have the capability, if you made a mistake, of erasing some of the text that you've just done. You can see here we're going through and erasing. Once you've gone through and made the changes that you want, if you wanted to save that for future lessons, you can actually save. You can see it'll actually take a screenshot of any folder that you have within your computer. Take a screenshot in a couple of different formats, whether it be JPEG or PNG or bitmap. In addition, we do have the capability to type directly in. So if you wanted to go through and, let's say, search for something new within Wikipedia, you can go up and select the search tool and go through and select the actual keyboard, type in, and let's say we had, in this case, classroom that we wanted to search for. Obviously, whatever it was, whatever lesson that you're going through that particular session. And you have the capability to go through and utilize the keyboard for writing in and going through and whatever you'd like to do within the web. There are other applications you can jump to using the same functionality. You can see YouTube, be able to view videos. Here's a picture website going through. Here's an encyclopedia, all of which you have the capability to use the writing tool, the highlighting tool, the saving tool of any of the information you go through. Also, there are tools out there in the internet that have the capability to teach, in this case, science. We're looking at a pendulum and an application that shows the pendulum and the capability to increase friction or decrease friction, the length of the pendulum, and obviously have a nice lesson, in this particular case, science. And there's also English, math, literature, etc., a number of different applications that are available. In addition to the applications that are available online or on your computer, you also have the capability to interact with others. In this case, opening up Skype, for example, or NetMeeting, to interact with other classrooms, other teachers, etc. Obviously, the opportunity is limitless only by your connectivity with online and your computer. Next, we're going to go into detail on the menu bar, which currently is being shown on the right-hand side. The menu bar, you can see, has a number of different pieces of functions. You do have the capability to hide the menu bar or open the menu bar by clicking outside of the range of the right or left. You have the capability to switch the location of the menu bar to the left or right-hand side of the window. You can see here we jump to the left. You also have the capability to bring it back by clicking outside of the range. And you have the capability on the mouse clicks in the upper right-hand side of the screen to be able to change between left and right clicks. So if you want to do a right click to be able to go back or forward within a website, you have the capability to select that directly in the menu bar. You also have the capability to jump back and forth between the mouse and the text by clicking outside of the window. You can see here we've jumped back to text mode by clicking either above or below the window itself. And if we go back and do that again, you'll see we're in mouse mode, and we can in fact select another window or close a window if we so desire. In addition, if you notice this little icon here, you can tell the difference between your mouse and your pen mode. If I click underneath, you can see I've gone to a mouse or pen.
An alternative to the interactive projector is the attachment device. The attachment device allows you to connect directly to your existing projector, giving the same functionality and results as interactive projector. The attachment device only needs a connection with a USB cable directly to your computer. It does not need any additional power lines or batteries. The main advantage to the attachment device is it's portable, can go with you to any presentation, and it also has the capability to be fixed directly to your projector or a ceiling using the bracket included in the package. In summary, I want you to come away with 4 main points. The first is this technology can connect teachers with the power of computers and the internet and make a difference in teaching. The second is this is very, very strong technology, but it is the right technology plus the teacher's professionalism that equals success. The third is this is very cost-effective technology that can help you stretch your budget to apply money towards the things that are necessary for teacher development and preparing your students for the future. And fourth, the 2 main advantages for interactive projector is it being cost effective as compared to its competitors, and it has great flexibility. It allows you to work on any surface. The image size is not limited by a fixed board. It is portable and fixable to a ceiling, and it also has 5 models of projectors to meet different needs. A very valuable package being offered is the Assured Learning Program, which allows educators 4 main features. The 2 most important features is the interactive software from RM Education, which allows a very similar functionality as Smart Notebook from Smartboard, and Hot Swap functionality, which allows for educators to send back broken interactive projectors to the manufacturer, and the manufacturer will send back a good one right away. One optional program that you have that can save a lot of money is Lamps for Life. Essentially, you pay one price at the front when you purchase a projector, and you get replacement lamps for the lifetime of the projector itself. There is a special promotion for Q4 of 2010. Any purchaser of an interactive projector will get a free whiteboard screen from Boxlight.